Queensland becomes a colony and refuses to join the Commonwealth of Australia for 20 years. The separation of Queensland from New South Wales is one of the most important events in Australian history. The two colonies were joined together in 1859. But Queensland refused to enter into the Commonwealth of Australia when it was formed in 1901. The reasons for this are complex and varied, but they can be summed up by saying that Queenslanders felt they had a different culture and way of life to other Australians. Queenslanders felt they had a different culture and way of life to other Australians. Although Queensland joined the Commonwealth in 1907, it remained a separate state until 1959. Queensland was founded by the British government in 1859. It was made up of two colonies, New South Wales and Port Phillip. The latter had just been dubbed as Victoria, but that name didn't last for long. In 1859, Queensland became self-governing under the British Empire, and in 1867, it became self-governance. The first Europeans to reach the area were Dutch navigators, who landed on the shores of Cape York in 1606. The British set up a penal colony in Queensland and grew sugarcane, wheat and cotton there. In 1770, Australia's first botanic gardens were planted in Sydney. In 1859, the British Parliament passed a law that made Queensland responsible for its own affairs. In 1864, the first Parliament was formed in Queensland. And in 1876, Queensland became a state of the Commonwealth of Australia and gained self-government. Queensland is divided into 4 major regions, with a total of 29 states and half-states. In the southern part of the state is the Great Barrier Reef, which spans over 1,800 miles. Queensland's economy depends on agriculture, particularly sugarcane, mining and tourism. The capital city of Queensland is Brisbane, which is the third most populous city in Australia. Queensland, Australia Bahar, 1,803,000 square kilometres, population, 2.1 million people. Queensland is a state of Australia, occupying the northern and northeastern parts of the continent. The name Queensland is believed to mean land of red clay. Derived from a language spoken by the local Aboriginal Australians which used various words for different types of clay and rocks. Queensland has been governed by its own state government since 1859. In 1922, the state was renamed Queensland. Queensland's capital is Brisbane and its largest city is Gold Coast, which is north of the state capital. The majority of the population lives in southeast Queensland, between Brisbane and Cairns. While North Queensland covers a large territory including Cape York Peninsula, Red Centre, and Torres Strait Islands. Northern Territory becomes a Commonwealth and joins federation with other colonies in 1901. The first governor of the Northern Territory was appointed in 1906. The capital of the new territory was Darwin. The Northern Territory became a separate entity within the Commonwealth of Australia on July 1, 1978. The territory of the Cocos, Keeling, Islands became a Commonwealth on 1 January, 1979 and joined the federation with other colonies. The territory's economy is largely based on tourism. State of Papua New Guinea becomes a Commonwealth in 1975. State of Papua New Guinea becomes a Commonwealth in 1975. Territory of Western Australia becomes a Commonwealth in 1901. It became the 6th territory on 1 January, 1901 and remained unclaimed. Until it was annexed by Great Britain more than 128 years later in 1963. The capital is Perth. Western Samoa becomes a Commonwealth on 1 January, 1962. Western Samoa is a country composed of 2 islands, Savaii and Upolu. It became independent with the status of a Commonwealth in 1962 and its capital is located on Mata-Utu. What is Guernsey's population? The Guernsey population was estimated at 65,700 as of July 2015. What does the population of Guernsey look like? The population's demographic features are diverse, with about 38% female and 62% male. On average, there are 2.5 births per woman each year. What is the GDP or GNP per capita in Guernsey? The GDP or GNP per capita in Guernsey has been calculated to be $110,000 USD. Location: St. Peter Port, Guernsey. Is Guernsey a member of the United Nations? No, Guernsey is not a member of the United Nations. What is the official language in Guernsey? English, French, and German are all official languages in Guernsey. What time zone does Guernsey observe? The time zone observed in Guernsey is UTC, Coordinated Universal Time. What is the capital city in Guernsey? St. Peter Port, Guernsey. What is the population of Guernsey? The population of Guernsey has been calculated to be 3167. GDP per capita in Great Britain. The GDP or GNP per capita in Great Britain has been calculated to be $45,000 USD. Please subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.